This studio vlog is brought to you by our friends over at Skillshare. I'll be covering more about what I'm learning on the platform, but without further ado, let's jump into the vlog. Everyone, and welcome back to the vlog. If you are new here, my name is Sheena and I'm a digital content creator and illustrator based in New York City. And today's vlog should be a pretty fun one because I'll be opening the products that I was working on in the last vlog. So if for some reason you missed that, I have been slacking when it comes to releasing new product lines. And so in the last vlog, I designed 2 new bookmarks for my shop. I restocked one, and then at the very end, which I don't think I included on camera, I ended up making a postcard. Now, the main purpose of the postcard was actually for my patrons. For those of you who don't know, I do have a Patreon community, and in that community, I share things like draw this in your style challenges, bi-weekly podcasts, coloring pages, tips and tricks, more information on the vendors that I use, all types of stuff. Now, for those that are signed up for the top tier, they actually receive snail mail from me every single month. And usually I try to either provide something new in my shop, obviously for free, that is sent to them, or it's something completely exclusive that you can't even find in my shop. And usually it's a postcard, set of stickers, things like that. So the lowest tier or membership starts at $2 a month, which in my opinion is fairly affordable for everything that you get. You get blog posts, again, community updates, access to the Discord, information about my vendors. It goes on and on. So if you guys are just curious or want more insight on my processes, or just want to get to know more about me, I think it's a great place to start. I will have a link somewhere in the cards or even down in the description area where you can just check it out for yourself. And if you think the quality content is there, you can sign up again for as low as $2 a month or as high as $20. But plug is over. We're gonna jump into looking at these products, and I'm slightly nervous because I haven't had the best experiences with producing and outsourcing product. I don't know why. It seems like something always goes wrong, so like fingers crossed it does not. And then as far as like what the rest of today is gonna look like, it's actually around 4 o'clock and I've been working all morning, not to mention trying to deal with apartment stuff, which has been super stressful. So if I look out of it, it's because I probably am. I also just finished recording a podcast for the Patreon community where I'm talking a bit more about NFTs. If you guys haven't heard of that, it's just basically like digital art that is now being carried or produced in the cryptocurrency blockchain world. And so if you were curious about that and want to hear it from my standpoint, that podcast will be up later today. So let's go ahead and look at these products, and fingers crossed they look great. All right, so of course I'm gonna hide the packaging because I don't want my address to be shown. But let me see what these are looking like. I ended up ordering about 100 of the postcards just because I, again, have to send a good bit of them to my patrons for snail mail. And I also wanted to still provide it in the shop. because I had a lot of people requesting. So hopefully it turns out well. So if you guys caught the last vlog, I was actually working on some character design and develop a new character that I named Star, and she's kind of like a roller derby babe, just like a badass. Definitely gave me some like Avril Lavigne vibes, and I had so many people that really enjoyed it. I also did the time lapse, or I guess drawing, on IG Live, and there were a lot of people who were requesting art prints, postcards, and things like that. So, you know, trying to meet their needs. So here we go. I'm gonna open it up. Wow, it's really pretty and great quality. So here it is. Here is my postcard. So that is the front. It says, "Let the good times roll." I hope you guys get that play on words. And then here is the back. And of course I have my shop name there, because you can't leave that out. So yeah, I am very happy with how this turned out. Like, I feel like I'm getting better and better at this as time goes on, because in the very beginning, your girl was not getting the bleed lines down. Like, I didn't know what I was doing, and producing product is a whole nother beast. So I'm actually happy that I'm finally, after like 2 years, figuring out how to do this consistently. And I think moving forward with my shop, what I would like to do is, if I create a new character design, to actually have all product lines come out around the same time, so that people aren't having to purchase double or 3 times just to get multiple offerings. And what I mean by that is, I created, you know, this character named Star, and so I would like to have the postcard, the die cut sticker, and the art prints all come out at the same time, so that people can pick it up kind of like a collection, rather than waiting for everything to come out. So if you're interested in this postcard or art print, just bear with me while I get all those things formatted, take pictures, add them to the shop, hopefully in the next couple of days. But again, super stoked about these, and I ordered enough to where I can cover all my patrons in my Central Park tier, and then also add them to the shop. So stay tuned, but great success. Okay, now we're gonna check out the bookmarks. They came in a big box because, again, I have 3 orders. Basically 300 bookmarks. So, oh, I'm so scared. And it's not even about necessarily the bleed lines, because I have a cutting machine and I can just like cut them like I did last time, but it's mostly the quality that I'm worried about. And as an Etsy shop owner, something I do often is test different manufacturers, because at the end of the day, there are so many of them out there if you just Google it. And it's all about testing, right? Like trying out one, it doesn't work out, you try another one. And a really inexpensive way to do that is actually request samples. Now, I didn't do that this time because I'm crazy, but fingers crossed, it's not bad. So let's see. God, they use so much paper. Okay. I mean, I guess they're really trying to keep them secure, so I can't be mad about that. Now, one thing I'm really looking forward to is possibly moving into a new apartment space, because like I really missed my old apartment as far as like the layout, because I had that huge island, so much space to get work done, and now I'm kind of confined to this tiny desk corner. And if y'all saw my desk right now, you'd be like, is she crazy? Because it looks ridiculous right now. Okay, oh my god, I'm so scared. I'm so scared. Okay. Oh my god, y'all, I love it. I'm so hype. Wow. Okay. Let me calm down and show you guys one of the first bookmarks that I just made that honestly, I'm blown away by how well it came out. So once again, this is one of the characters that I created, like a little reader, you know, kind of like reminiscent of me as a child, and it says your next adventure is just a page away, and I absolutely love it. Now, one thing that I also do that, you know, is different for every shop, do what works for you, is I get all of my bookmarks with perfect square corners, and then I put an option to have rounded corners on the Etsy listing, and all it takes is me using my corner cutter and just doing a quick adjustment that takes a couple seconds, and I think it really helps to add like that customized look and giving my customers some more options. So first bookmark, super happy with it. Like I said, your girl is getting better at this, and I'm really happy. And honestly, I don't know about you guys, but when I master creating something like art prints or die cut stickers, it kind of puts a fire under me, and then I realize like, yo, you can actually do this a lot faster than you thought you could, so keep making the product. So if anything, this has me super motivated. Okay, so this one is no surprise. It's just the Plant Queen bookmark. You guys have seen this so many times, so I won't take too much time explaining it. Again, just the same design that I did before, but this time I made sure to adjust the print that I had, because last time they all had like a white line on one side, and so Dustin, being the angel that he is, literally sat down and cut about 200 bookmarks, y'all. Like, I don't know why he volunteered to do it, but he did, and he cut all of them down for me, and then I was able to put them in my shop. So glad I re-uploaded the image, and that is fixed now and I can save Dustin some time. Now on to the final bookmark. I'm nervous. So far we got 2 out of 3. That looks great. So hopefully this one does too. Again, a lot of paper. It's really cute, you guys. It's really cute. I'm really happy with it. So this one was one that a lot of people were requesting, and I just didn't get around to really making them. And then I did the design in the last vlog, and y'all, I'm so happy with it. And I really hope that like my customers are super excited that I finally gave them what they've been asking for. Alright, so as you all can see, this is a previous design that I, rejigged to make work for me. And the only difference between this bookmark and the rest of them is that this one actually has a hole. And that's because I want to do tassels. Now, to be honest, the hole seems a little small to me. I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm going to try to make it work. I do have some tassels left over from the Shakespeare bookmark, so I'm going to test it with this one and see if it works. But again, I think the quality is really good. The colors are vibrant, and it's how I expected it to turn out. So I'm happy. And again, I got 100 of these as well. So hopefully they do well enough and I'll just restock. But yeah, success with all of them. I am so happy because I'm telling y'all, I feel like the motto of my life is like, if it can go wrong, it will. And this time around, it did not go wrong. So I'm very happy. So you all saw there, I got 3 bookmarks and then also postcards. To be honest, I meant to get a postcard of this character made, and someone brought it up to me in a DM, and I was like, crap, I completely forgot. So I will have to basically order that later on. But yeah, I'm gonna get these put away, clean up my desk. And to be honest, I have a really bad headache, so I think I may call it a day and probably get to editing because I need to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna edit and then most likely call it a day, get something to eat, and then hopefully by that time Dustin is home and we can catch up. I don't know if you guys are TV people like us or movie people, but we've been watching a show called Behind Her Eyes, and I believe it's on Netflix. Oh my gosh. I'm not going to give anything away. You're not getting any synopsis. Just go watch it because wow. So yeah, that's it. Bookmarks are in. Your girl is happy. I feel accomplished, and I'm going to go edit. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next clip. So before we jump into this cleaning montage and also some drawing in Procreate, I want to take a moment to thank our video sponsors over at Skillshare. So if you all are newer to this channel, or maybe just have never heard of Skillshare, they're basically an online learning platform designed to unlock the creative in all of us. One of my favorite parts about the platform is that they have a plethora of different classes to where you don't have to study just one thing. So I like to dabble in a bit of everything. I love interior design. I love illustration. I've even taken a class on how to tend to plants because I am a plant mom. I love my plant babies. So this platform just gives you a little bit of everything, and to be honest, it keeps me on my toes. Now when it comes to this month, I've tapped into a new class by Mimi Chow, I believe her name is, and she basically talks about how to find inspiration throughout your creative process to basically clarify your why. I've really been struggling with making art that taps into a why and has more meaning behind it. I don't want to just draw pretty things. I do want them to translate into a strong message that other people can align with. So this class class is perfect for me and I'm really enjoying it so far. So for those of you that are kind of on the fence and not sure about it, I highly recommend giving Skillshare a shot, especially if you are kind of in a rut with your creative process. So whether you're a writer, a graphic designer, interior designer, photographer, there is going to be something on this platform for you. And Skillshare gets it. We're all busy, we're all on the go, so most classes can be completed in under 60 minutes, and they also are super affordable with an annual subscription that is less than $10 a month, which you cannot beat for all the quality content that you get on this platform. So to get you all started, Skillshare has partnered with me once again to give the first 1,000 subscribers an opportunity to try out Skillshare Premium for themselves. So again, the first 1,000 subscribers, if you click the link below in my description box, you can check out Skillshare Premium for yourself. So thanks again to our partners at Skillshare for supporting this channel. And again, that link will be below so you can join millions of creatives learning on Skillshare today. So thank you all once again for joining me for another studio vlog. I really appreciate all of your ongoing and continued support. I just saw that I hit 60K here on YouTube, which is insane, especially for my lack of consistency. So I really appreciate you guys just rocking with me, appreciating the content, and there will definitely be more to come in 2021. As always, if you saw anything in this video and you're curious about where it's from, I will have it linked below in the description box, as well as a link to my Patreon and Skillshare if you want to check out either of those platforms. So thanks again. I hope you're all staying safe, and I will see you in about a week. This is your girl signing off, and I will see you all in the next one.